The day Lewandowski shone on the pitch by nailing a hat trick in the championship final was jaw-dropping. This went down on May 12, 2012, in a face-off between Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich for the big-time German Cup final. Bayern, steered by Jupp Heynckes and the hot fab to win, boasted a squad of stars like Neuer, Schweinsteiger, Müller, Ribéry and Robben. On the flip side, Borussia Dortmund, helmed by the charismatic Jürgen Klopp and pegged as the underdog, still sported rising talents like Gündogan, Hummels, and the young gun Robert Lewandowski, just 23, pumped to make his mark on the world stage. It was more than just a championship final. It was a clash of titans, the perfect stage for Lewandowski to shine and show off his killer football skills. When the ref kicked off the game, it started with a bang. Right in the first 2 minutes, Borussia Dortmund cashed in on a critical error from the opposition, intercepting a sloppy pass and sparking a blazing counterattack with Lewandowski charging ahead, though he was quickly dispossessed. However, the ball still favored Borussia, with Błaszczykowski going one-on-one with the keeper. Instead of taking the shot, he smartly passed it off to Kagawa, who had an open goal ahead and coolly slotted the ball home. That early goal by Borussia Dortmund, scored so early in the match, was wildly celebrated by the squad. They were pumped about taking the lead, knowing how crucial it was to start strong in a showdown that would decide the title. At the 7-minute mark, Bayern regained possession and swiftly organized a sharp counter-attack. Robben pushed forward across the field and delivered a spot-on pass to Gomez, who dashed to meet it inside the box. Yet at the shot moment, the Borussia keeper showcased top-notch agility and anticipation, pulling off a spectacular save. Despite the successful intervention, the keeper ended up injured during the action, needing immediate medical attention, adding an extra layer of tension to the clash. At 22 minutes in, the tension ramped up when Bayern mounted a sharp attack. Ribéry, with his exceptional game vision, whipped a precise pass to Gomez, who was charging into the box. Gomez sped up to meet the ball, but at the critical moment of trying to control it, the Borussia keeper rushed out recklessly, knocking him down with a bold move. The ref, perfectly positioned to watch the play, didn't hesitate to penalize the Borussia keeper with a yellow card for the clear foul. Robben, jersey number 10 and penalty specialist, stepped up for the shot. With the ref's signal, he executed a powerful, well-placed left-footed kick. The execution was flawless. As the keeper leapt to one side, the ball cleverly swerved to the other, nestling into the corner of the net. Bayern's fan crowd went wild, celebrating the goal that not only tied the game, but also ramped up the tension of the clash, promising a fierce fight for the win. On the other side, Lewandowski was subdued in the game, hardly looking like he'd shine with a standout performance that day. The game remained balanced, but at the 39-minute mark, luck started to smile on Borussia Dortmund. Schmelzer, pushing forward on the attack, attempted a long-range shot that more resembled a pass as the ball, deflected, found Kagawa. With a brilliant heel flick, Kagawa redirected the ball to Błaszczykowski. Dangerously positioned inside the box, Błaszczykowski tried a daring dribble, but was abruptly brought down by a reckless slide tackle from a defender. The ref, well-positioned and alert, called an indisputable penalty that could change the course of the match. Hummels positioned himself with determination for the kick and executed a low shot directed to the corner. Bayern's keeper, Neuer, anticipated the move well and dove to the correct corner, touching the ball and nearly pulling off a spectacular save, but couldn't stop it from crossing the goal line. The frustration on Neuer's face at failing to save this penalty was clearly visible. Meanwhile, on the opposite field, Borussia Dortmund players and fans erupted in celebration, thrilled to regain the lead on the scoreboard with this crucial goal. Lewandowski, who had been quiet in the game until that point, was eager to make his mark. As the first half was drawing to a close, at the 45th minute, Borussia Dortmund skillfully intercepted an opponent's pass and triggered a lethal counterattack. Lewandowski received a long pass and, under intense defensive pressure, opted to head the ball to Kagawa, strategically moving toward the area to catch the return. When he received the pass back and found himself one-on-one with the opposing keeper, Lewandowski didn't hesitate. With impressive composure, he shot low, the ball cunningly sliding between the legs of the Bayern keeper and shaking the net. Neuer's expression was one of deep embarrassment as he allowed the ball to slip through his legs, a moment he'd surely like to forget. As Neuer lamented, Lewandowski jubilantly celebrated his first goal in the match, and the third for Borussia Dortmund, lifting the euphoria of the fans who saw their team inching closer to clinching the title against a formidable opponent. Shortly thereafter, the referee blew the whistle to start the second half, which began even more intensely. Right at the 48th minute, a critical moment unfolded as Bayern regained the ball and launched a counter-attack. Müller sent a long pass looking for Gomez up front. The Borussia Dortmund keeper, alert to the play, came out of his area and intercepted the pass. Although he initially cleared the danger, the ball ended up with Robben, who quickly tried a new attack passing to Gomez. However, before Gomez could control the ball, he was dispossessed, losing a valuable goal opportunity. Around the 50th minute, Borussia pressed in the opposing defense when it was abruptly stopped by a violent foul by Badstuber, who came in with his studs dangerously high and hit Błaszczykowski's head. Due to this risky infringement, Badstuber immediately received a yellow card. Positioned near the area, the foul presented a serious threat to Bayern. As soon as the referee signaled, Gündogan executed a precise and strong shot that flew just wide of the post and out of bounds, nearly changing the score of the game. Meanwhile, Lewandowski, participating little in the plays, wanted to appear more. At the 53rd minute, Borussia Dortmund regained the ball in defense and launched a counter-attack, sending a long pass to Lewandowski up front. The Polish striker, surrounded by opponents, attempted to dribble but ended up losing the ball, which went out of bounds. A few minutes later, Borussia regained the ball in defense and launched another counter-attack with Błaszczykowski speeding down the right wing. Approaching the area, he tried to connect a pass to the middle, looking for Lewandowski, who was accompanying the attack. However, the lack of precision in the pass failed to find the Polish striker, resulting in the loss of an excellent opportunity and leaving the team visibly frustrated. But Lewandowski was determined to keep pushing. At the 57th minute, Borussia Dortmund regained possession once again and quickly set up a vigorous counterattack with Kagawa driving the ball through the center. He swiftly passed to Grosskreutz, who was advancing on the left. Finding himself surrounded by opposing defenders, Grosskreutz opted not to risk a direct shot on goal, but instead made a smart play, passing the ball to Lewandowski, who was unmarked on the right. Receiving the pass in a prime position, face-to-face with the opposing goalkeeper, Lewandowski unleashed precise shots toward the goal. The shot was so strong and well-aimed that it bulging the back of the net with impressive force. This second goal by Lewandowski in the match, and the fourth for Borussia Dortmund, set the stadium ablaze, sending players and fans into ecstasy. The team now enjoyed a significant advantage over their opponent in a crucial match, striding confidently towards the conquest of a title in a major championship final. With the comfortable lead, Borussia players began to display their technical skill, like the no-look pass that Gündogan sent to Lewandowski at the 67th minute. Following that, Lewandowski played a 1-2 with Gündogan inside the box, and receiving the ball back and finding himself face-to-face with the keeper, fired a shot. But this time, Neuer was extremely alert and managed to prevent Bayern from conceding another goal. Immediately after this play, Bayern responded with a blistering counter-attack, with Ribéry receiving the ball on the left wing and, upon penetrating the area, crossing the ball to the center. Gomez, who was closely following the play, arrived at the right moment to head the ball towards the goal. However, it was just short of success, hitting the crossbar and keeping the score unchanged to Bayern's frustration. Lewandowski was determined to widen the lead, facing relentless marking. An example of this pressure was the foul he suffered at the 69th minute during an attempt at a counter-attack. Due to this severe infraction, Schweinsteiger received a yellow card as a penalty. As time passed, the situation became increasingly tense and dramatic for Bayern Munich. However, at the 74th minute, a flash of hope shone brightly when Ribéry decided to showcase his genius. Receiving the ball inside the box and surrounded by a crowd of opposing defenders, he didn't hesitate to attempt a spectacular solo play. The French maestro withstood the intense pressure, displaying sublime technical skill to dribble, create space in the congested defense, and finish with a low left-footed shot towards the goal. The opposing goalkeeper stretching to the limit, but Ribéry's shot found exactly the corner of the net, leaving the keeper no chance. This splendid goal by Ribéry reignited hope among the Bayern Munich players and fans. Now, with renewed spirit, they needed to score 2 more goals to tie the match and take the contest to extra time, keeping alive the flame of a dramatic turnaround. But Lewandowski was not about to let that happen. Around the 80th minute of the game, Borussia Dortmund launched a blistering attack when Gündogan slid a precise pass inside the area to Piszczek, the Bayern keeper, trying to advance it to intercept but failed to secure the ball, which continued at Piszczek's feet. Demonstrating a combination of intelligence and skill, Piszczek quickly opted for an audacious chip shot. Initially, the trajectory of the ball didn't seem promising, but it was then that Lewandowski, in a moment of pure instinct, leapt and headed the ball towards the unprotected goal. The ball found the net, marking Lewandowski's 3rd goal of the match. Taken by euphoria, Lewandowski jumped over the barrier and ran towards the fans, waving frantically in celebration. At that moment, the Borussia Dortmund fans exploded with joy, jumping and shouting non-stop. They saw their team establish a 3-goal lead over a formidable opponent in a championship final, practically solidifying the conquest of the title. The atmosphere was electric, with the promise of a crushing victory that would be remembered for years. The final minutes were intensely dramatic for Bayern Munich, and when the referee finally blew the whistle to end the match, all the Borussia Dortmund players burst into enthusiastic hugs and jumped in celebration of this grand victory. Lewandowski emerged as the game's great hero, with his 3 decisive decisive goals, ensuring that Borussia Dortmund triumphed over such a formidable opponent and secured the coveted German Cup. And if you were impressed by Lewandowski's performance, you'll be even more amazed by the day Cristiano Ronaldo shone on the field in a Champions League final and secured his 5th Ballon d'Or. Curious? Then click on the video that's appearing on your screen and watch this legendary game.